Help me.
What if future humanity is at its greatest down point, at its greatest time of need? An angel comes down to help the humans that it took pity on, but in humanity's infinite greed and hubris, they betray the angel. They use the angel for their own benefit, their own greed and gluttony. At the brink of calamity, destruction, post-apocalyptic, all resources drained, wildlife nearly extinguished, what would happen if humanity's last hope came down from the heavens, but humanity's greatest sin, they betray the angel Uriel. And in doing so, they unleash a far greater threat than themselves, and then their only hope nearly extinguished by their own hands. Do not look into the sky, or else your eyes will melt. Do not listen to him, for he tells lies. He is not an angel, yet he wears a disguise. He does not love you, so beware your lives. But yeah, besides all that fanciness, don't know if you guys really enjoy that or not. But don't forget to support this guy. This is his TikTok account and should take you to where everything is. Everything where I got my footage and pictures. But yeah, definitely support your fellow analog horror enthusiast. And if you feel like being generous, and if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And please feel free to leave a comment down below of any other series you want me to cover. I'd love to do more horror review related videos. But feel free to leave down anything. And if you're not sure what to say Kurt, and I'll reply and heart your comment. Now, let's get to the reaction. Also, at the time of recording, there is 9 posts, but in the last episode, there was a hint to a future release within a week, and it's been about 7 days. So, seems like this story is going to continue and ramp up real fast. But let's not hold any longer. Let's get right into it. So, in the first episode here, it starts with what seems to be the angel in a very... I don't even know how you would explain this. He's more machine than angel. There's nothing divine about his image, his visage. But it would seem that he's telling us the story in a form of him giving us instructions on how to capture an angel of what happened in the past. So step 1, how to find an angel. He says you must journey to the Holy Land. And then step 2 is search the desolate terrain, which seems to be giant spires of thorns and jagged shapes, almost like a desert. But to me, it almost seems like snow on the ground if you look at it close. A very hostile place indeed. For step 3, we must step into the burial site, which must have great significance. Maybe ties to Christianity. For step 4, you must look upon the angel, he says, and release him. For he says, your wage will be plentiful. Can he be trusted?
How to find the angel engine. Step 1, journey to the Holy Land. Step 2, search the desolate terrain for the great thorns Step into the burial site. Step 4. Look upon me, look upon me, look upon me. Release me, your wage will be plentiful.
In the next episode, the angel warns us that he is coming, and do not let him in. He tells us not to be deceived. He is not our friend, and he has no friends. He tells us not to be afraid, and he comes to deceive and lead us astray. And he pleads for us to find him. How can an angel still care about us after all we've done to him?
Is coming.
Do not let him in.
Do not be deceived.
He is not your friend.
He has no friends.
Be not afraid
He comes but to deceive.
to lead you astray.
He will be here soon. Find me.
Find me.
Find me. I will help you.
In the next episode, we see the angel begging for help. It seems to be confined. And these scientists are talking about how they ran every test that they could do, and that there's no limit to its energy output, and how it could energize the whole world.
Help me.
We ran every test in the book on this guy here, and the results are incredible. There doesn't seem to be a limit to its energy output. Meaning, if our current results are anything to go off of, we could power the whole world for millennia.
In the next episode, we seem to get an emergency broadcast. But there seems to be that same angelic figure creeping in the corner. It goes to the President of the United States. But something does not seem right. He explains how we're on the cusp of war. But something else seems to be talking as well. And then he shows his face. The president, or shall we say he, tells us how we're on the brink of nuclear war. And then in a twisted version of a human voice, he tells us the skies will burn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, look, me.
I am standing before you on this day as a man, a husband, a father, as your president, but most importantly, as a citizen of this country.
He, miss, not from, bro.
I will not sugarcoat our current situation. We are on the cusp of war.
Your spaces will die.
This is not a test, this is not a joke. It is unfortunately the truth.
Your cities will fall.
As we speak, our enemies are readying their nuclear arsenal.
The sky will burn.
And in this next episode, it cuts to a man that seems to be under experimentation of some sort. Then it cuts to a student that seems to be worried about how many F's he's getting, how he might not get into a good college. But then someone says, don't be so sure about that. And this is where we learn the name of the scientist from earlier, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. And apparently, he's a world-renowned scientist and the leading scientist on the Miracle Machine initiative. He goes on to tell that it's yours truly. There's a way to get into great education despite your grad grades. The student seems ecstatic, but then it cuts to him talking about all you have to do is head over to initiative.org and become a volunteer. But what are they volunteering for? And it would seem this is all just an ad for him to employ more volunteers. I wonder if this website actually leads to something. You should try it out. Cuts back to that man that we saw earlier. Seemingly though, he passes And we hear a scientist say, "There goes another test subject." And Ernstman is there too, coldly saying, "Well, what can you do?"
Are you?
What? Another F? At this rate, I'll never get into a good college.
Don't be so sure about that, kid.
World-renowned scientist and director of the Miracle Machine Initiative, Dr. Jeff Ernstman.
Yours truly. What if I told you there was a way to get a great education despite your bad grades?
That sounds amazing. What do I need to do?
It is really easy. All you have to do is head on over to angelengineinitiative.org and sign up to become a volunteer.
Thank you, Dr. Ernstman. I'll go sign up right away.
No problem, kiddo. Go make our country proud. Well, and there goes another test subject. Well, what can you do?
In the next episode, we cut back to the angel, and it's telling us how to survive the Holy Land. It would seem that it really wants to help us. It's almost sad to think that we really don't deserve such a kind Holy Spirit. Makes you think why other angels haven't come down to try and help him. Maybe Uriel is like a Lucifer's second coming, helping the humans, not because it wants to, but because it can't help itself. Or maybe the Father, disdained by Uriel's choices, wishes it to not come back up by his side. But the angel tells us, again, how to survive the Holy Land, and gives us a few steps, and warns us of the dangers, and of him.
How to survive in the Holy Land. Step 1. Pack enough supplies. There won't be any. Step 2. Do not let the forgotten find you. They do not take kindly to foreigners. Step 3. Do not look at the sky. Your eyes, they will melt. He is here. Cover your eyes. Cover your ears. Do not stop. He will catch you.
I see you.
Do not listen. Do not believe. The deceiver cannot harm your soul. He would never allow it.
This next episode, if you'd want to call it that, is a poem. A poem saying way back in one of the first world wars. It's called Boots, and Uriel sings it to quite a impressive degree. So, let's show you it now.
Boots, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boots, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boots, boots,
In this next episode, we see Euro again strapped to the angel machine, presumably in the past, before the end of the world, for he still looks more angelic. And he says, "I love you," but then it pans to Ernstman, cold as ever, explaining how he's run a plethora of tests. Presumably, there's been no limit to anything. Their machines can't test his upper limits. Makes you question why the angel is still here. Why doesn't the angel leave? He must really love us for more than his own good. Even the angel requests to leave, and Ernstman says no, which is confusing. But it pans to a dead body, presumably more of one of the volunteers. And cruelly, they hurt the angel by siphoning its power right before our eyes and bringing this boy back to life.
I love you.
We have ran a plethora of tests on the angel, and from our results, it appears to be hyper-intelligent. So far, any attempts of measuring the full extent of its intellect have yielded less than ideal results, as the subject seems to exceed the limits of all available tests.
Save me?
No. Though it speaks rarely, we have been able to exchange a few words with the subject. It answers to the name of Uriel. I will now demonstrate the capabilities of the Angel Engine.
Don't hurt me.
Could you pan a bit to the right? This young man here had the misfortune of ending up on the wrong side of a work mishap here in our second tower of Babel. 1 year ago, there would have been nothing we could have done for him. But now, well, see for yourself. This young boy has been declared clinically dead over 24 hours ago, and yet the machine will return him to full health within little more than a few moments.
Stop her. It hurts.
As you can see, the boy has been healed completely.
In this next episode, we see our familiar angel in the future. But if you notice, his face is distorted even more severely. And those eyes look ever familiar. I don't know about you, but I don't trust this vision that I'm seeing of this angel. Do not listen to his message. But then it cuts to a young reporter, and it's the national news. It seems they want to know, do angels deserve human rights? And in the background, we see that previously mentioned second Tower of Babel. There is no audio in this video, none that I could find, but I hope me explaining it gives it some justice. And then we see our friend up there again. Do you see those eyes? I noticed that the reporter keeps his eyes closed. Don't look into the sky, they say. And there's only one more video to go after this, my friends. Let's get into it.
Please state your name for the camera.
Uriel.
Welcome back to the Barry Donovan Show, ladies and gentlemen. Many see him as the savior of our species, while others think him a fraud. However, one thing is for certain. Dr. Jeff Ernstman is the most famous man in the world right now. We here at the Barry Donovan Show were able to secure an exclusive interview with the man behind the machine. Live from the second Tower of Babel, please welcome Dr. Jeff Ernstman.
Thank you, Barry. I am thrilled to be here today.
It's my pleasure. You found yourself on the receiving end of a lot of criticism in recent weeks, particularly regarding your treatment of the angel. Would you like to say something about that?
You know, Barry, I thought long and hard about the discussion at hand, and I think it is a very important discussion to be had indeed. But there is one thing most people don't consider. We ran the tests, and they all showed the same thing. If the angel wanted to escape, he could. Yet he chooses to stay. I think that makes things clear enough.
In the same vein, many have also tried to discredit your work, claiming the angel was the real reason for your success. That must be quite infuriating, right?
You know, Barry, that is actually why I wanted to come on here. To make an announcement.
An announcement? Well, let's hear it.
Many of you have doubted me in the past weeks, but I am happy to remind you that I remain the smartest mind on this planet. And to prove this fact to you, I have been working on a new invention. Exactly 1 week from now, it shall be revealed to the whole world. Then all of you will be forced to realize that I am who I am.
That sounds like quite the statement. Can you tell us more about this new invention of yours?
All I can reveal at the moment is this. I am no longer in need of that angel to make my experiments work.
In this next episode, it starts off with Uriel. This must be in the beginning, when they first captured him. And the process of his decay has started. He is asked his name. In almost saddening, he replies, Uriel. And it cuts to the Barry Donovan show. It would seem that they got a special interview with Dr. Ernstman. Ernstman definitely has a lot to say. It would seem that he is giving everybody an answer to why the angel's still there. The angel isn't even forced, apparently, which I highly doubt that. But he explains the angel can leave at any time, but chooses to stay. And when he is questioned about how, if he's really the smartest man, he has this to say. That we ran the test, and they all said the same thing. If the angel wanted to escape, he could, yet he chooses to stay. And that this is why he wanted to come on here to make an announcement. And then he evilly grins, saying, many of you have doubted me in the past weeks. And I'm happy to remind you I remain the smartest mind on this planet. And to prove this fact to you, I have been working on a new invention. Exactly from 1 week now, it shall be revealed to the whole world. Then all will be forced to realize that I am who I am. And that he no longer needs that angel's power to make his inventions work. But yeah, that's Angel Engine for now. It's actually been about a week since I started making this video, and I still have yet to see a upload. But as soon as a new upload comes out, I do plan on reviewing it. So yeah, guys, the story is very interesting. It is a sad story about future humanity that got a second chance from the heavens. But with that chance, they corrupted the innocence of that angel, using him, abusing him. Despite that, it would seem that the angel has the capacity to leave, apparently, according to Ernstman. This man cannot be trusted, and I believe that's why the angel is actually not able to leave. Though he says he doesn't need the power of the angel anymore, this is probably a dark omen. Maybe he's working with the Antichrist, the other angelic figure that we see sometimes in the story popping up. It was in that lab when the angel was strapped to the machine when we first saw Ernstman. Maybe they're working together. All that we can be for sure on is this is in the past. In the future, things have been radically changed. Shot back into the medieval ages, it would seem. Almost like a Mad Max deal, though, too. Because the character, nameless, but she has a sword, a bike, and some other gadgets. Seems to be getting visions from this angel. Perhaps in the next few episodes, we'll see more of her story and maybe get a name. But yeah, guys, this video took about a month. Not even joking. I do work a full-time job with overtime. If you guys would love to leave me a like or subscribe, I would love it so much. This dawns a new era of my channel of more, how would you say it, professional videos? But yeah, I love it. If you guys want me to, I can make more episodes on this and other channels. Sorry, that was my boss calling, actually. But yeah, guys, I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.